Hello Internet, it's me Hewlett with another D-Geek diary for you, and it's more like the pajama diaries actually, because I haven't actually got out of my pajamas yet again. Sorry, I have to get up so early to do these, otherwise there's just too much going on, like movers showing up, which is supposed to happen today. Although, thank you for all of your moving horror stories. I'm now not sure they are going to show up, or when they show up, what's going to happen. But so thank you for those. But yeah, they show up today. We have to accompany our stuff across the border because there's that weird little border that we have where, you know, to get into the back into the mainland, you have to sort of go through this little tiny Point Roberts border, which is kind of fun. And so it's good. We'll be able to say goodbye to those guys and gals as well. And then we're on a plane in Toronto, and we are done. We are dusted, and the house is, I'm afraid, someone else's to enjoy. But it was fun actually. Last night we had people, sort of an impromptu little send-off, or a bunch of people from the street came and said goodbye, and it was just lovely. And we started talking about the houses and the history of the houses, all the different odd characters that have lived here. And one of the odd characters that lived here was the guy who lived actually in this house, and he was a sports figure, and a very sad story. He had some psychiatric issues, and he ended up actually he killed himself. He actually killed himself right there on the corner of the balcony there. He got up very early in the morning, and he put a bullet in his head, and it's a very, very sad story. But he built this house. This was his dream house, and we were very, very fortunate. When we came to look at the point, actually, the real estate agent wasn't sure if she wanted to show us the house or not. We're driving around this giant whale of a car that she drove around in, and she said, "Well, I don't know if you want to see that house." So I was right away, "I got to see this house. I got to see this house." And so we went in, we looked at the house. The Mars walked in and flopped himself in the living room and just fell asleep. And he would sniff around. He could care less. He was like, "I'm home." So we were home. And it was our home, and we loved it, and we never had a problem. It was just an amazing, amazing place, but very sort of sad history to it. But one of the things that did happen, which I thought which freaked us out at the time, was when Rachel Luttrell was staying. She stayed in the guest room, and so we had all the windows open. It's beautiful, and at 5 o'clock in the morning, all of a sudden, all the doors in the house start slamming. It just bang, 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 like really loud. It was horrible. I woke up I'm like, oh my God, we bought the Amityville horror house. I tend to, underreact on these things. I'm very calm under pressure. And it happened a couple of times, a couple of mornings at about the same time. All the doors would shut, and I thought we were freaking out, basically. Well, we weren't. I was freaking out until we figured it out. Because if you have one of the windows open, the wind blows through it and slams all the doors. So you just don't open that window, or you keep it open a crack or whatever, and the problem's solved. But so that's how we de-ghosted our house. Never had a problem. As we said, it was like, it's a good house that bad things happened in. But it was a lovely, lovely place, and that was it. That was it for us. We never had a problem. But there's been other houses that I've lived in that have been some weird stuff going on. But some of the stuff that came up in your moving house horror stories was some ghost stuff, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun? Let's see if anyone else has got some more, because everyone's always got good ghost stories. So comment below. Let me know any ghost stories you've got, whether they happen to you or someone else, or you heard about, or even, hell, if you want to make them up, because they might be kind of fun to sort of creep each other out a bit. So comment below there. Subscribe in the sort of the view that's beginning to show up over here, and until we geek again, cheerio.